Hello, my name is Zeltius. This is Shopkeep's log number 12. Store date 12, something like that. Seems like I just can't record these in a timely manner. I know exactly why. I'm just procrastinating because I do that with everything. But all that aside, I'm your fluffy creature shopkeeper for the Dainsleaf Retro Tech Shop and Arcade. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far, whenever this finds you. This one's gonna be probably a little bit shorter, because I'm tired, frankly. Don't really feel great. I think I'm starting to get sick or something, but it is what it is. I have no idea what I want to talk about today, which is usually how these go. Oh, there's that. Oh yeah, the world that we're in is, I believe, called Bone Blossom. It's something that got nominated for the VR Chat Awards that they did, I think, at the beginning of this year or sometime late last year. It's by a creator by the name of Shopo. This place is really beautiful. Normally I would talk about this kind of on cassette of the day, but I feel like it's worth mentioning here because this isn't like oh, there's a movie player and you sit and watch movies kind of world. This is a kind of you sit and think about life kind of world, which I guess is what I really ought to be doing right now, because I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going. Some people say that's a good sign that you're on the right track. You have no idea where you are and you have no idea where you're going. You just know that you're not where you were anymore. And it's kind of an interesting thing to think about. I hope to discover through making content, posting stuff like this, that who I am thing. Because I don't really know. I've mentioned this a couple times, talking in a few other of these Shopkeep's logs, and I don't know. That's kind of a question I don't think there is ever really an answer to, but there is always an answer to, if that makes sense. It's some kind of weird, like, riddle thing, I know, but I think the person that you are is not something that's going to have a definite answer, is what I mean. Because you're always going to have new information that changes who you are. You're going to learn new lessons that give you wisdom to be able to make your decisions differently. And healing from stuff really affects how you see the world. I know, big shocker, right? But I don't know, something to kind of illuminate what I've been feeling lately. I stumbled across one of those you're an author, finish the sentence things while doing my daily doom scrolling, because but the sentence was, I thought healing would feel like the warmth of sunshine. And I had to sit and think for a while as to how I would finish that sentence as I am right now. And eventually, the answer that I came up with was something along the lines, because I don't remember exactly what I put. It was something along the lines of, but it was in the quiet moments, counting the stars in the sky, that I truly felt at peace. And the thought that I was having, or thoughts that I was having, were something along the lines of, sometimes, in order to make progress, to see what you really want or need in life, sometimes it's the absence of things that gives you clarity rather than the presence of the things you thought you needed. Just like how you can't see the stars in the night sky during the day. And I've been thinking about it, because everybody has their own mental health journey and, spiritual health journey. I'm not going to get into the, that half of it, really. But mental health has had quite a stigma against it for a really long time. And that stigma is starting to go away as people start to become more aware of things like anxiety and depression and things like that. I'm kind of drawing blanks on everything else, and there are several things that I would hesitate to classify as, it's all a complicated thing there, at least in my head. But, people are becoming much more comfortable with discussing these kinds of things out in the open. And when I set out to start making the Shopkeep's log, it was kind of the intent to discover myself and to ease the anxiety and depression that I experienced through just getting really comfortable with talking and being cognizant and aware of my thoughts in a way that allows me to speak my mind without the fear of being judged or embarrassed, I guess. And it's still that, but sometimes, especially with as of late, I've been kind of branching out and exploring different ideas, as one does when they have a desire to create things. This is really not where I had thought this one was gonna go, but here we are. But, I guess, ultimately, hopefully at some point, I don't think I don't know who I am. I think I'm just scared of being who I want to be. And through this, I hope that I can change things and get comfortable in my own skin enough so that I can have these kinds of conversations. Maybe not this deep and philosophical or pointed, but yeah, I feel like I needed to say that to kind of clarify my intentions, because you know, it is the running joke at this point. Not really a joke, but you get what I mean. That every single Shopkeep's log is like, this is what Shopkeep's log is supposed to be. This is what it's all about. But I think I just need that repetition, and I sincerely hope that other people seeing this can find solace, I guess, in that other people experience these kinds of things, that it's okay to need that repetition. It's okay to be in this state of mind, to have these things, because so much of life, especially with the internet and how some people can be, and just generally, I've noticed a lot of people have an anxiety around being seen by other people for who they really are, and to be judged in a negative way about that, simply because they have moments or days or weeks or months or even years that they struggle. I think it's an important thing to be able to talk about it, I guess. I don't guess. I know it's important to be able to talk about these things. Not everybody has someone in their life that will listen. And, you know, I wanna create a community where, you know, I'm not trying to create the expectation of people like trauma dumping and like explaining in detail personal information about stuff they've gone through and whatever, but you know, a community where people can just say, hey, I'm having a rough day and I need somebody to hang out, and for that to just kind of be a normal, accepted thing. Because I know what it's like to have a rough day and not have anybody to talk to. Even if it is just somebody else who, like, you know, sit in a Discord call and not really say anything, or somebody to discreetly pass some memes to, or something like that. I want for mental health to not be a taboo topic. So, yeah. This episode ended up being a little more heavy than I had intended, I guess, but that's usually how the I have no idea what I want to talk about today ones go. So, yeah, I guess. Well, thank you for sitting with me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day whenever this finds you, and I will see you in the next one.